guys! Good day everyone! Welcome to my channel, Maria. Today is a special video, it's a special vlog because I'm going to be showing you my houseplants. I'm going to be showing you all of them and I'm going to be telling you the stories behind some of them. The love for plants and the love for nature is something that I got from my mother. I remember growing up in the Philippines, my mom would just fill our front yard with different plants and flowers. And I remember very distinctly that one day she brought home so many orchids and she put them on our fence. She filled the fence with orchids, and then when they all bloomed, it was just so spectacular to see. So yes, I got the love for plants from my mother. I started collecting houseplants about 5-6 years ago, but it was just really when COVID-19 happened, that's when my collection grew bigger. So where we live, we have about 4 or 5 garden centers that are just 20 minutes away from us, so they're very close. Sometimes it's nice because they're just right there, but sometimes when they have all these beautiful plants and flowers, it's very hard to resist the temptation. So there's pros and cons, you know. So anyway, I'll show you my houseplants, and I'm gonna be showing you also a video of how I water my plants at the end of the video. I water my plants every 2 weeks. That's my watering schedule. And yesterday I watered them, and I have the video at the end of the vlog. So without further ado, welcome to my houseplant tour! This one is my silver sword philodendron. So as you can see, there's a few damage here, like a leaf damage and a missing leaf over there. But at least after a few months, it's giving me new growth, new leaf. So the story behind it is that when we went to the garden center, I actually went for the Beerkin. I went there for the Beerkin. I wasn't even planning to buy this plant, but one of the ladies said, apparently this one is a nice plant, that everybody is looking for this plant, and so there was only 2 left, and so she's like, you better take this. So I did, I took it. I bought it and took it home, and that's the story behind this plant. Silver sword philodendron. So this is my Rex Begonia. Believe it or not, I got it from the clearance section. It was looking pretty upset, sad looking when I first got it. But as you can see, with proper care and proper nutrition, you can help your plant bounce back to life. So it has grown, doubled in size since I got her. I have now new leaves, and as you can see, there's even little flowers there. So that's my Rex Begonia. This one is a Philodendron Beerkin. Ito yung Beerkin plant. One of the most coveted houseplants actually. Ayan siya. New growth. I'm so happy she's doing well. With new growth, baby leaves. I like the color. There's more new growth over there. She's looking pretty happy. So actually, my husband got this for me last December 17, 2020. As you know, I work outside Edmonton, and so I'm a member of this plant group in Edmonton, and everybody started posting pictures that this certain store has them. And so I was like, oh no, how can I go? I'm not there. So I told my husband, can you go after work and get one for me? And he was like, but I'm not sure which one. So I googled a picture and sent it to him. And then when he got to the store, he took a picture, and then he was like, is it this? Oh my God, I screeched. I was jumping for joy, and I was like, yes, get one for me, please. So he got it for me. I was so happy. Good husband, eh? Very good. Thanks, my love. This one is my Philodendron Green Princess. Plant inspection. This one has given me a lot of new leaves, new growth every time I inspect it. So I'm pretty happy because I know she is doing well. She's happy. So when you do plant inspections or when you water your plants, you also try to clean or dust the leaves and look for insects or bugs. Remove the dead leaves when you do plant inspection. Check the moist level of your soil and all that. And then I'll just put it beside my Philodendron Beerkin. They look similar like the leaves, but you'll see the difference, right? Damaged when I bought it. So that's them. Beerkin, Green Princess. These two are called Dracaena Nanuk or Nanuk plant. I like the color, pink and green. So they've grown quite a lot since I first got them. Maybe in the fall of last year. But I can also see that they grew a little leggy because they're searching or looking for sun. So in the winter time, there's not much sun here in Canada. So yes, they will grow a little leggy like this. But not bad, right? I'm glad that they're also doing well. Pretty happy. So I should have gotten 3 because they said with houseplants, the tip is you always have to at least get a 1 or 3, like odd number, just to make it more beautiful when you arrange them. Okay. My Calathea roseoptica. There's a little bit of leaf damage here and there. I'm actually quite surprised that I was able to keep her alive because just like prayer plants, I think these ones as well are very finicky, or the plant people call them dramatic plants. So to be able to keep her alive whole winter is actually very surprising. So I'm glad she's also doing okay a little bit. She's got some new leaf here, new growth. Yeah, so that's her. I like the colors, and I'm planning to get some more of the calatheas just to have some varieties. I love their colors, I love their leaves. So this is like the first one for me, so I'll try to experiment. I think it needs just a little bit of sun and not too much water to keep her happy. So maybe a west facing window will do for her. But right now, all of my plants are in my south facing window. So, yep, that's her. This one is my first prayer plant. They call it Fishbone prayer plant. I'll just call it Fishbone because the actual scientific name of it is too hard for me to say. So I'll just call it Fishbone prayer plant. She's actually looking, I don't know, a little sad, but believe it or not, she has bounced back already. When I first got her in summertime, she's got more leaves, big leaves, and then she kind of started not feeling so happy because I put her in the bathroom because I thought they liked the humidity, but she started getting upset when she was in the bathroom, so I took her out and put her here again in our room where we have a south-facing window. So then she started recovering. But then I'm not sure how to fix the leaves. They always dry. See? Problematic prayer plants. Finicky, right? But again, this is my first prayer plant, and so trial and error. Once I finally figure out like their water needs, sunlight needs, and all that, even though it says right there, I'm planning to get more. The same as I said, I think these are my favorite foliage leaves, prayer plants, and caletheas. So my first prayer plant, my first caletheia right there. Yeah. And sometimes when your plant is feeling sick, like, you know, looking pretty sad, I try to isolate it as well from the other healthy plants, just to make sure that they won't contaminate the other healthy plants. But now she's okay. She's allowed to join the group. All right, this one is my peace lily. Okay. Again, there's some leaf damage here, so I'm not sure if it's overwatering or underwatering. Maybe a little bit of both. I made a mistake because when I repotted her, I put her here in this pot with no drainage. I know, don't judge me. But she's still alive. She's still doing pretty okay. Again, it's springtime here in Canada, so I was actually very glad to keep them alive during winter time. So hopefully they will spring back again, like produce more leaves and new growth. Just maybe I'm thinking to transplant her or repot her this summer, just to see how she progress in a pot with a drainage, right? Because I'm always scared to water her because this pot has no hole. So there she is. I'm gonna fertilize her as well, so that she'll be able to produce more leaves, more new leaves, hopefully. So what I'll do later, I'll cut these sad looking leaves, the damaged leaves, so that the plant will just focus its energy in producing new healthy leaves rather than, you know, the sick leaves. Peace lily. This one is my nerve plant, or Fitonia. She's looking a little upset right now because I haven't watered her in 2 weeks. They're also very dramatic too. They will wilt, but then when you water them, they will bounce back. So yes, they call them very dramatic as well. Nerve plant. If you take care of her, actually, like the leaves, when they bounce back, she's very cute. She's tiny but very cute. So so I hope she will just continue growing. Yeah, see what happens? The leaves are dry, so she wants to drink. I gotta water her after. This one is my Polka Dot plant. I like her so much. She's looking very happy right now. And there's 3 varieties in here. 3 colors, red, pink, and white. She's looking very healthy, very happy. And so hopefully I can transplant her in a bigger pot this summer. Okay, as you can see, I have 2 polka dot plants. This one is the first one that I got, and then I got this one later on. I believe I'm doing the same thing in terms of caring for them. But see how this one is not very happy? The leaves are starting to dry. On the other hand, this one is thriving. I don't understand it. What's going on? Well, sometimes that's how it is. So these 3 are my African violets. Damaged when I first bought it. Leaf damage. It is what it is. Can't do anything about that. Okay. I got them as well last summer. And as you can see, the flowers are all finished. So I think what you do now is pinch off the dead flowers so that it will encourage to produce more leaves or more flowers. So I'll do that later. But so far, no flowers for now. But so far, at least they are still alive and healthy. There's new baby leaves over there growing, producing more baby leaves. So they're alive. This summer, I'm planning to buy a pot that is big enough to put all 3 of them in one pot. Maybe a round pot. Okay. This one has pink and white leaves. This one has more of a bluish color flower. And this one has a purple color flower. My 3 African violets. Okay, this one is my Echeveria agavoides. I hope I said that right. Or also known as Martin's hybrid. When I first got it last year, it was a tiny little plant, but now I must have done something right because he's thriving. This is the 2nd flower stalk already that it has given me. I already cut the first one from there. And now, see that? Right there, it's from that one. This is the 2nd one. Beautiful flowers, right? And then it's producing more. 2 more. 2 new ones. So whatever I did, I mean, it loved it so much because it's thriving. It has doubled in shape already, or doubled in size already since I first got it, and so I'm just scared now. I think it's fine here, but thinking, should I repot it or not? I don't know, but I think they like to be more root bound, so I'll just leave them here for now. I'm very happy with this. Look how huge is this. I won't see it in the screen. Beautiful, right? Martin's hybrid. These 2 are Peperomia plants. I just got the 2 kinds. right now here. Like plain green color, and this one is a little variegated. I don't know. I just got them. I like the shape of the leaves, and then again I'll put them together, but put them together in one pot in the summertime, waiting for them to just grow a little bit more, establish them a little bit more before I transplant them in the summertime. Yeah. So at least they're okay. They're doing pretty okay. Oops, new growth right there. Good. And there's another one here. It's always exciting when you see your plants produce new leaves, new growth when you do plant inspections, because that means you're doing something right. Speaking of new growth, what about new babies? Look at that. This is my aloe, my first aloe. And I'm proud to say she's 5 years old. She just started producing babies after 5 years. Can you imagine? I believe there's 3 babies right there. Yeah, 3 babies. I'm not sure what kind of a variety this aloe is, but the way it grows, it just spreads out these massive long leaves. It's so wide, and so she takes up a lot of space. But I love her. I love her. She's my mama aloe. And sometimes the leaves get too heavy and they just flop. So that's one of them like that, and another one there. And then I use the leaves to, put on your face or something when you're doing your skin rejuvenation or whatnot. But anyway, I'm happy that she is thriving. Actually, 5 years ago, I started this indoor herb garden. I have, I think, 12, if not 15 different kinds of herbs. And I think this is the only one that survived. I had basil, marjoram, thyme, rosemary, lavender, you name it. They all died, but this one survived. She's a fighter. She actually thrives in neglect. So maybe that's one of the lessons I've learned, I guess. Too much care, too much water, over-watering. Because this one, I just water it whenever I remember. And yet, look, she has 3 babies now. Sometimes, plants, just leave them alone. Let them do their thing and they'll be happy. Okay, so what about this giant Amaryllis? Look at those long leaves. Goodness. Again, this is from my husband. I'm not sure, but I realized that my husband likes weird looking plants. I'm not saying, well, like it's, as you know, Amaryllis is a bulb. So he got it last December. I'll show you, I'll insert a picture of it when it flowered, but it looked like that. When he got it home, I was like, what's that? And it's an Amaryllis. So anyway, I'm not really sure how to care about this one, but so I've asked again the plant people in the plant club that I'm a member of. They said, yeah, just leave it like that. Continue feeding it water, and then eventually all these leaves are gonna die down, and then you cut it maybe up to here, and then you let it store in a cool, dry place, like it'll hibernate, and then eventually when you take it out again, it will produce new flowers again. I think that's the same with tulips and hyacinths, like basically the bulbs. This is my Dracaena. she is looking pretty happy as well. And I got her in a funky looking pot. Kind of like, okay, because the leaves, the color of the leaves, I think like, okay, I'm gonna get her a block pot with all these funky lines. She's pretty. But again, this pot does not have drainage, so I have to be careful when I water her, not to put too much water or else she will die. I think at one point I did overwater her because look, right here, do you see it? There's just some damaged leaves there. So, but in general, she's thriving. She's actually grown in size, doubled in size since I got her last summer. So again, she thrives in neglect. South facing window, water her once every 2 weeks. Like 500 ml or half a liter of water, and then that's it. Fertilize her. I think I just fertilized her after 6 months. But anyway, she's doing well. My Dracaena. This one is my pride and joy. My Monstera. She's doing really well. I'm so happy about that. Again, I don't know how I did it. I must have done something good or something right. Because she has tripled in size. I also have a little Bromeliad right there to keep her company. I thought they go together, or I don't know. But they seem to be happy together in this one big pot. I think what happened here is, so when I transplanted her last summer, I put her in here. I made sure, again, the drainage has a the pot has a drainage. I made sure of that because I don't want to make the same mistakes that I did with the other two. And then I made sure that the soil is light and airy and just have enough fertilizer when I overwinter it. And then water it again once every 2 weeks or once every 10 days. At this point, I give her at least a liter and a half of water every 2 weeks. That's all she needs. And she's thriving, and I notice she's always giving me new leaves. Every time I come home, look at this, another new leaf. Beautiful. So she's not variegated, because you know the ones that are variegated are so expensive. Yeah. This one is my red leaf Philodendron. As you can see, these leaves have damage. It's from cold damage. I got this one last December in the middle of winter, and I remember when we got it, it was cold. So no matter how I tried to save it, because before we exited the garden center, I made sure that she's protected from the cold, double wrapped it and all that, but still, look what happened to the beautiful leaf. I'm so sorry. I actually already cut 2 of it from there. And what was the other one? Maybe I just cut the one. Because I really wanted to save it, but it's just getting worse, kept getting worse. So I was like, you know what? Same as I said, just you don't want the sick leaves, right? So after I cut it, said goodbye to it, look what happened. It gave me a new leaf, new leaves, right? So that's it. Sometimes you just gotta let go of the old ones, the old sick leaves, and then your plant will give you new healthy leaves, and that's what you want. This one is Mayanthorium. Again, it's hubby who got this for me. He bought it for me. I believe if this plant is not 3, it could be 4 years old already. It's a trooper because really, for the last few years we've neglected it, but still alive. I have also repotted it last summer. Look at some leaf damage right there. Yeah. There's a drainage in there, so. But anyway, I fertilized it last 2 weeks ago, and I think it liked it because it's got more leaves, more flowers, new growth. So yes, fertilizer, guys, is the key. This one is my Parlor Palm. As you can see, she's got new leaves, new growth. But it took me a while to figure her out, guys. She was on the verge of dying, believe it or not. Because I tried to, same as I said earlier, you have to know your plant. Its sunlight needs and water needs, right? So I was trying to figure her out when I first got her. I put her in a sunny window, and I tried so many different things, put her in different locations, and she wasn't very happy about it. And then again, the very nice plant people said they love humidity, and so I put her in the bathroom, in our master's bathroom, and it loved it there. I noticed it had produced more new leaves, and so I was like, okay, I think that's where she likes it, and so I'm gonna leave her there. It's actually in the corner. Quite surprised because our bathroom upstairs does not get really a lot of sunlight, so it's kind of dark actually, but it loved it there. So if you have a spot in your house that is dark and does not get enough sunlight, then that's where your Parlor Palm will thrive, I guess. Put a Parlor Palm in there and see what happens. And then on the other hand, I have here my Chinese Evergreen. Chinese Evergreens are known to be hard to kill plants, hardy plants, low light loving plants. So again, I put this one in the bathroom. This one, my Chinese Evergreen, and my Parlor Palm. They actually go side by side in each end of our bathroom sink. But sometimes I realize I tend to overwater my Chinese Evergreen because this one is turning yellow. So that's a classic sign of overwatering. It's either overwatering or underwatering, but I know for a fact this one is an overwatering situation. Like that one. I have damaged quite a few leaves from this one, but yeah, she's still doing okay. Yeah, so Chinese Evergreen and Parlor Palm again. If you have a bathroom that's with no window or low light, try to put Chinese Evergreen in there and it should be okay. This one as well, I have this one in our kitchen counter. So it has 3 Chinese bamboo and a pothos. So this is my other Bromeliad. When I put it in this pot, I remember, yes, I have another plant here that died. Yes, guys, it died. I will insert a picture of what it looked like before. And then now it looks like this. However, though, I know it's pretty sad looking right now, but I think Google said it's bound to happen when it will produce new baby like a pup. So as you can see, there's a new Bromeliad right there. Apparently, when it produces new pups or new babies, the mother plant dies. So I think that's what's happening here. We will have to say goodbye to this Bromeliad sooner or later, but at least it gave us a new one, a new Bromeliad right there.